back again. East Side Conversation with one of my West Side partners, with two of them actually. We got special guests, one that has been here before and one y'all haven't seen before or heard before. So I want to welcome a return guest, Lupe Gotti.
Neighborhood, bro.
And the homie baby runner, West Side Rollin, from the Spody side. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, what's going on, neighborhood?
You got it, Nightbud.
Check-ins.
We have multiple reasons why we excited to have baby runner here. We're gonna allow Lupe to kind of like explain. She the one who approached me about actually having this session. Normally, when someone gets at me about a comrade, a homie, somebody that I'm familiar with, whether personally or just by their namesake, they just make a connection and then we go from there and we sit at the table together. But Lupe invited herself to be here, so she's a returnee. We all familiar with Lupe. Bro.
She like, neighbor, let me in.
One of my homeboys over here that, you know, my talented homies. I got a lot of talented homies in our section, bro. Right. And I have a lot of faith in a book he wrote, you know, while he was, I think, incarcerated, right? You were incarcerated? Yeah, so he was down and he wrote that book. And when I seen the trailer, I seen a lot of potential. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have no idea how odd it was for you to say, hey, SPI, I'm trying to help the homie promote the book. I want to bring him on. You didn't even say no name. You said the homie. Right. So I'm like, run it. Right. Had I known the name, I probably would have politicked it way more faster and different.
Right.
Just salute. But what I'm saying is this. You have no idea the passion I have for black authors that have come through the struggle. The only books, a lot of people tell me I sound well read when I speak. Right. To be honest, I don't read much at all. And the only books I can recall reading are a book my big homie Kiko from Blacl Mate wrote called Gun Talk. Right. And then there was a book the homie Mud from 6-0 wrote called Lil Checkmate. Right. Gangster from Santana wrote a book called The G Code that I'm currently reading. Right. And I found myself interested in authors that come from our culture, our lifestyle, that have taken the time, first of all, because everybody has an imagination of stories. We know we've lived a tellable story. Yeah. Everybody realizes that. But to be able to freeze your mind, to capture that into a fucking form where people who haven't lived it can gather it, I really appreciate that. So I haven't gotten a chance to read the whole book because it's last minute. I didn't get the copy until yesterday. I get an idea. I kind of thumbed through it. Yeah. I want to know, first of all, what inspired you to getting into being an author? It's not something that everybody that's born in South Central LA, run these streets, develop a reputable reputation. It's not something everybody does. So how did you get your start into thinking, I want to write this down in the book for people to read?
Well, I read a lot anyway, you feel me? So, I read like an interview with John Singleton. No, it was really with Ice Cube. He was talking about John Singleton, right? And he was like, basically, man, Singleton said, if I could write Steady Mob, and I could write a movie type shit, you feel me? And that was really like, I was like, man, and I was a rapper already, you feel me? So I had like songs that I would write out that was like storylines. I got a song called Baseball Caps. It's like a story of me getting stranded in the Hoovers and then having to go all the way to my PO when it was on Imperial, and I'm running into all the gangs, but I'm not saying they gang, I'm just saying the baseball hat, you feel me? So, you know what I mean? So, so I'm like, oh, like, let me, so that was stuck in my head already, you feel me? And then I always be just trying to think about how I can get my section on, because I feel like we blackballed, you feel me? So
what makes you feel that? I mean? Are you aware that your section is responsible for some of the greatest hits known to the origin of hip hop, thanks to Bobcat as a producer?
Right, yeah. Okay. And that's why I say it, because like on YouTube right now, it's a video called 6 Minutes with the Rollin' 40s. It's like, we got 1 million homies, you feel me, that got talent, you get what I'm saying? And we do, and like I said, we all do like, not only just one craft, we got about 2-3 lanes that we doing entertainment wise, you get what I'm saying? So just with that ratio, and like if you look across the nation, you feel me, like when you look at that 6 Minutes with the Rollin' 40s, this niggas from everywhere, we all over.
What year was that produced, or did it come out?
Earlier this year.
Oh, just this.
You feel me?
Is it somebody that put it out that you respect, or just a random?
Yeah. So, it's like homies from everywhere. You feel me? And there ain't no way that we won't somehow be, you know, mentioned. Now we got a homie that's we get homies that catch fire, and it's crazy because Big Runner was with Thug Life.
I was gonna ask you because often in the last few years when your name come up, it's kind of decipher. Is that the Thug Life Runner or is it someone other than that? So since you brought him up, you can go ahead and clarify. Shout out to the big homie. What is the history of the Runner name in hip hop, Thug Life, the legacy? Shout out to DJ Crash D, my boy Big Trap too, because he has always spoke highly of you. As well as your homie T4. You know what I'm saying? My nigga AD the Low.
So Big Runner met Tupac when he first started coming down to LA and shit like that, and they was close. So they formed Thug Life and shit. You feel me? He was already rapping. He was rated R. He already had an album called Double Jeopardy. That's why when you hear on How Long Will They Mourn Me, he say, you know what I'm saying, rated R, Double Jeopardy. He's shouting out the mixtape that Runner already had. You feel what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You know, so they got with whatever. So, you know, Runner got a temper and shit. So some shit happened or whatever, you know. I can't say who right or wrong and shit. You feel me? So
between the two of them?
Between just the whole, you know, Psych, Runner, you know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Big Psych.
Rest in peace, Psych, man. You feel me? You know, Pac and all that. Pac didn't really feel it. You know, it's a whole bunch of stuff that I wasn't there for, I can't speak on. But, you know, he was like a pioneer in that type of shit, you know what I mean, from the area. And he started a lot of people, you know, a lot of homies came after that too.
Homie kind of like one of the people that made Pac feel comfortable out here to.
Yeah, Pac like wanted to be from the hood, but Runner didn't want him to.
Was it
feel me?
Because it's like.
Now he wanted to be from the hood. You feel me? You got pictures. There's pictures with Pac throwing up the hood and shit like that. But Runner didn't want that nigga. That he seen like more in that nigga. You feel me? He was like, man, hell no. You sitting out here banging.
And back then,
like,
his word was Loke. He was like Loken versus instead of mobbing every other thing. He used to reference Loken.
Come on, man. Yeah, because he was hanging around the homies. He was on 45th. You feel me? My block where I grew up at. You feel me? So you know what I mean. You know, I had an early influence with that. You get what I mean? And so, you know, my talent came in. That's when I started fucking with, you know, Runner introduced me to Crash. You know what I mean?
Crash again.
Yeah, shout out Crash.
Give me a little history about your experience with Crash. For those that don't know, Crash has been very instrumental as a business partner of mine as far as the media side from the last 20 years. Crash is one of the most G-est nerds I know, and he's been a pioneer in this shit. He's often spoke on the Runner brand from the 40s through the years. I know he had affiliation with you, but I wasn't sure if it was you or the big homie or both. But give us a little history in your background with fucking with Big Trap.
Yeah, man. So Runner had a gang of plugs and shit, nigga. That nigga was famous, you know what I mean? Runner Radar, the superstar. So that nigga knew everybody. I was meeting all the rappers from that era, you know what I'm saying, dealing with Runner and shit, man. That nigga was, you know what I mean, amazing. So is amazing, you feel me? So he introduced me to Crash and shit when I got out of jail or whatever, you know what I mean? And Crash has a little lab and shit, you know what I mean? So, you know, Runner had the spot, Crash had the lab and the technique and shit. So, you know what I mean? I recorded my first album over there, you know what I mean? And it wasn't no rappers like that in the hood, like young homies that was like recording shit like that or nothing like that.
Blue Cat Eyes was around.
Yeah, the older homies, you know what I'm saying? The older homies had, you know,
music.
But it wasn't like no Tiny Loc movement like that, you feel me? So, nigga, you know what I mean? I dropped Keep It Spody, it was an album, Crash, nigga helped me with it. We had a gang of DA shit on there, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, it was
a song, something called DA Pistol.
Yeah, it was DA Pistol Boy. They everybody who know the album, they remember. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was that DA Pistol Boy. That's because Crash, you know what I mean? It was DA and we was Pistol Boy. So, like I said, I started a movement, whatever. Now the hood got nigga, a million rappers. Now that's what we do. Everybody, niggas come to the hood, niggas start rapping in 2 days. I seen a nigga get put on, nigga. The next week, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? They say, he just got put on last week. They got a video of that nigga up in there. I said, damn.
Like that. I got homies right now that I've been on for 30 years, 25 years, their whole life, never thought about rapping. And we having conversations, and they finding a way out of somewhere like, hey, you know what? I think I want to rap. And when I think about what brought me into rap years ago, I would shit on everybody that says this. But now when I look where rap is now, I can't knock it.
Don't you got a homie in jail that be going up, Dodie 6? He be going up.
Yeah, Dodie 6, man.
What's that? No, what's happening with your homie X4? That's your homie?
Yeah.
That situation is popping because 600 was here last week and he spoke on it, and it's like big things popping in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I know they got some shit rolling with the nigga, but I don't, like I said, I don't know the business about it. Are you familiar with
some of the controversy attached to it right lately?
Not really. I don't be paying attention to it.
Like, I ain't gonna drag you into it.
Yeah, I don't be.
Whether you do it or not, that's what we here for. We here, Factz Ova Feelinz. We dig somewhat into the controversy, but we don't drag nobody into it. So if a wise man duck that conversation, I'll leave it alone. Yeah, are you familiar with your little homie?
Yeah, that's my little nigga. That's really my little bro. Like, I help raise that nigga, you feel me? So, you know what I mean? It's great to see that nigga, you know, touching all type of, and anything I can do, he already know. Any play I could play, you know, from the back scenes.
I don't know, cuz, but anytime me personally, I see a Crip progressing, I get a personal sense of satisfaction. And then the closer my, you know, natural connection to that Crip, the more I appreciate it. So that's a homie to me. So I love it. You feel me? I don't even not really familiar with the talent. I learned to look beyond that thing. Just like I like to see when the homies is on, when we winning. I believe the more homies is on, the more opportunities that are provided for homies that's not on.
Right.
You dig a lies?
Yeah.
I don't want you to give away like a spoiler, but I want you to get a listeners.
And to bring that back around full circle is like, that's why I wanted to have a project where I could have all the homies out, because there's so many characters in the hood, like, bro.
No, you getting ahead of it. Wait, we getting ahead of it because your format, I ain't gonna lie, when you put great shit out to the universe, you realize great minds think alike, because you are executing and putting in action some shit I've been dying to do.
Right.
So before I can hate, I gotta salute. Like, damn.
Yeah.
You know, so, and what I want to describe to the people is this is an individual that's taken his imagination and forced his brain, trained it to trap it into a form you can read, that's old media. And now he's taking it to the next level where you can see it and visualize it in a film fashion, high quality, a street cat. And these are things that I've been wanting to pull the trigger on, and I always overthink them and do too much. And I'm watching homies pull up, do it, and I can't do nothing but salute it. I would love to be a part of it, but give us a little background on how you came up first with the title, Loyalty Don't Exist, because the culture we come from is all based on loyalty. So we did this shit for. It's why we stick to the script, why we don't tuck our tail, why we rather be more down than deep. So how did you come to the title, Loyalty Don't Exist?
Man, because two loyal people ain't gonna meet. You feel me? Like, it ain't that there'll never be a loyal person. He not gonna meet another loyal person, straight up. You feel me? And you know what I mean? And time tests all loyalty. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers is not gonna be 100% loyal to you. Why? Because everybody got their self-interest in what they doing and this and that. You feel what I mean? So, you know what I mean? But it's the level of disloyalty that'll come about. You know what I mean? And this book, I felt that I wanted to like give like life lessons in it. You feel me? Situations that happen, I want motherfuckers to be able to go back and look and be like, nigga, but that's why he got. You know what I mean? Or that's why that happened. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted to be lessons in each. It's not just senseless killings. It all got like a,
correct.
You know what I'm saying? Something to it. And I was like, what could define what I'm trying to.
Have you had personal, you being stumped down? You know, I do my homework.
Yeah.
Without trying to do my homework, you know, when we from out here, the shit come back on accident.
Right.
No smut. Woo, woo, woo. Establish yourself as a grown man now.
Right.
Did you come with a level of loyalty to this situation, as far as the whole situation, that you did not see come back through it all?
Yeah, I'm still loyal to the soil and all the shit, but
more so than it is.
But at the same token, everything ain't loyal back to you, man. You feel me? You catch loyal people, loyal situations, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's that. But like I say, man, everybody got, the breaking point. It's not unconditional. It's not like it's got a price. It's got a, you feel me? It's got a breaking point, nigga. You feel me, nigga?
And I've learned through, that what you're saying resonates so well with me because it's so factual. Yeah. However, I know it's exception to every rule, and there's certain people who were really attracted to that exception.
Right.
And we thought that everybody involved was attracted to it, and they not. How do you balance, like you say, still standing on what you're standing on and knowing, seeing your energy, reciprocated is so rare. How do you still find yourself enticed?
Man, you just gotta know how to roll, bro. Like, you gotta know everybody ain't built to be around you in every stage of your life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta know where your limits of what this person is. This person may not be no person I can go and down here to, Rodeo and go do some, or whatever with. They gonna make it. Even if I'm doing some old crooked ass shit and I'm going over here, this person may you don't look the part for me to go over. They gonna be on us when I jump out the car with you, my nigga.
Right mentally,
yeah.
But physically,
come on, man,
right.
And that's just knowing the streets. That's how you don't get caught up.
Somewhere versus your cousin,
yeah.
That's your mama and daddy's,
right?
That look work.
Come
better
on, man.
In certain, I feel.
Come on, man. You feel me? You gotta to maneuver in these LA streets, and that's what motherfuckers don't be understanding. Like, you gotta. It's a different type of level of, you know what I'm saying, the way you move out here, bro. So people come from out of town.
I just had a thought. You remember when the homie first tried to put us in touch? Me and you didn't actually speak.
Yeah.
And I kind of ducked that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we waited for a moment like this. Way more positive, healthy energy to speak about. Salute.
Right.
Oh, my mama. God. I didn't even know you were super loaded like this. I thought that's the only couple bullets you had in your gun. So I was like, nah, I'm cool. But it's way more layers.
Yeah.
And a phrase, shout out to Lauren. Love you, baby. Levels and layers is something I'm marketing as a term, phrase. Because just think about it. Right. When you want to go to the depths of subject matter, there's levels and layers of shit. Not just levels. It's levels to this. It's not just levels, it's layers. And I appreciate the fact that you have layers and levels, because so often when you develop yourself as somebody that's reputable from that bullshit environment, it seems like that's where it stops.
Right.
And people put you in that box, and when you go to dig deeper, there's nothing more to appreciate.
Right.
And when you find somebody like, oh, you moved through the wire, okay, cuz. And you find out that there's so much more to appreciate. It's something to celebrate.
And that's the thing that I want to portray. I mean, a highlight in this. You feel me? Because I feel like it's a lot of talent that's not being seen. You know what I mean?
So you telling me, okay, first of all, this is an inspiration of a nigga right here from our streets. Right. Bam. Then you wrote it out. You got it professionally written out. I don't know how to describe it. Bam. But then what I saw as a trailer, we're going to, for the audio version, we're going to have Alex with the trailer so he could play it. Yeah. You utilize grassroots neighborhood people to pull off such a quality representation. Tell me, there's no professional actors in that trailer I saw?
Well, not in the trailer, but I got some people that's gonna.
I know your crew is professional. That has to be. I know.
We gonna have
just grab the homie with a camera smoking the blunt and pull that off.
Oh yeah, no, they crazy.
Yeah, the editing and the filming.
One Shooter Production, man. Shout out
to them, man. But the actual characters seem so raw and real. Yeah. It seemed like you almost somebody with a camera caught some shit happening.
Right.
And I think that's gonna take you very far with that, man.
Because I basically try to keep it as real and raw as possible, man. Listen, man, and give my actors, like, this is my first time directing too. You feel me? So thank you, man. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So this is my first time directing, so I'm like learning like how to direct actors. Like, it's not just everybody supposed to know what the fuck you doing. So you know what I mean? I gotta get the actors who have never acted before comfortable in a role and really give them a lot of freedom in it. But that's the way this is written. I couldn't
help but notice your book is written in script form. Was that automatically your thought process from jump? I want to see this on a camera versus just being read.
See, I wanted to do something that was never done on it. So this is the first book that's formatted the way it's formatted, because either a book is a script or a book is a book. You feel me? So what I did was I just formatted. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah. All right.
You feel me? So like I basically formatted it where you could read it like a book, the script where you could read it like a book, and I'm describing what's going on as a story, like, you feel me? But it's steady going like it's a book, so I could just break down my parts to my actors. You feel me? And here, boom.
Oh, so it's not actually. They don't have to read the script. You give a spirit of the scene.
Yeah.
A concept of how it's going to start, how it's going to end, and how it should transpire. Then you use your natural communication and work this out.
Right. So and so since I'm talking about like what's being seen, I can't use words like he thought and he's thinking. You feel me? So that makes it a little difficult. You feel me? But that's the genius of it though. You feel me? Is that
it's like the
you know what I mean?
See, if you are the person that know it says he thought, and you're the person communicating to the actors, they don't have to know it says he thought.
Yeah,
you
but
just tell them your version.
But I gotta articulate that
without
through just the action. It's gotta be done through action. Like I gotta tell y'all through action what the person does, how he thought. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
so I've taken a drama class for a couple months in my life when I was a teenager, and this was similar how they would act. They would tell me like, "You're in love with him. You just found out he has 2 girlfriends behind your back, but you're 2 weeks pregnant, and he does not have the job he said that he has, and he just called you and asked you to marry him." Action.
Lorena Bobbitt.
No. You have to react. But see, so like you kind of remind me. They'll give you this loaded scenario.
Okay.
You're staring at the person that just got at you like that.
Right.
And this is how you're feeling about him.
I'm choking your ass out.
Right.
But it reminds me of the process that you say that you utilize. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know, have you taken any type of classes at all?
Nah.
I want to let you know you have a professional, natural approach. To the subject matter, bro.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy because the shit that I do, the process that I be doing, as I'm like going through and like studying and learning as I go, like what the fuck does this mean? So I'll go and I'll look it up and research it and shit, right? And it's basically, I'll be like, oh, I'm already doing that. Like, that's actually got a name to it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm like,
is there
crazy.
a name to that? Because so many things that I thought was my great big idea, natural, I realized, hey, some people already thought this. They even agree upon it. They wrote about it.
Right.
I wonder if there's a name to that phenomenon.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I guess some people are naturally gifted because, I mean, I read a lot of books, but I never wrote a book. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the thing I'm saying is sometimes you think people are naturally gifted. I have to agree to that. But sometimes you think your thought and your gift is so unique that it's so special. And then when you start realizing I'm not the first one with this, it's kind of like, whoa. It can either make you feel like, hey, maybe it wasn't such a special thought, or it was a far more special thought. Let me give you examples. Give you a simple example. I'm my mama's only son. So since I was a little kid, I can remember this just being something we always said in our living places.
Right.
Where my control? Where my control?
Right.
Can't find it. And I used to always say this as a kid, like, they need a button like on the TV or the cable thing so you can push it and find the remote control.
Right.
Come on, kid. Y'all know how long ago I'm 47. You know how long ago that was?
Right.
Few years ago, DirecTV main promotion was you could walk up to the cable box, push the button,
It's gonna tell you right where your remote.
So my mama, who don't, we got such an age gap and generational gap in concepts and understanding, but she know from that, like, nigga, you something. Yeah, you knew something.
What do you call that manifestation?
Yes, that's what they call it to a degree.
That's what they call it now. But
there is something about knowledge. Like, there's a concept or a theory that says all the knowledge that is to know in the world is present in all of us as birth.
It's like the Jetsons, right? Remember back then we were kids?
Talk to me.
None of that shit ever happened, right? And everybody talks to each other on the phones and all that. Flying cars is a flying car already.
For us, Ice Cube, one of my favorite lyrics, Ice Cube through the years, he was talking about somebody who got a long sentence, and he said, won't touch down till we living like the Jetsons.
Yeah, we living like the Jetsons now, bro.
And guess what? Them niggas is coming home.
They coming home now.
Coming home. And so shout out to JD. I can't believe JD from Lynch Mob. I'm sitting here on the other night corresponding with my nigga on the podcast. He had Munchie B. Shout out to Munchie B from IF too. He also under the umbrella over here at Street TV with his podcast. Him and Mariah. Alex is really building something big. Salute to Alex. But I couldn't believe that I saw, I'm listening to JD do a podcast, and when JD caught that case, I was in the county jail with.
Right.
Me and Cuz was like on the same, he was on the top tier, bottom tier multiple times while he was in the county jail fighting that infamous case. And I remember rapping on the tier, And him being a lynch mob member in my mind, and me being a young nigga coming up, just trying to do my shit. And I remember JD was one of the people who let me know, like, boy, you better not stop. Yeah. Keep it going. Because it's home. They gave him 33. He home. And there's so many other people like that we thought when they gave him them numbers, you kind of put them in a category of they coming home. A lot of them. So I salute that. What's your thoughts on the fact that recently here in Los Angeles, we see a lot of gangs going through truces and trying to squash the long, traditional, normal back and forth bullshit? Is that something you think is inevitable, something that you think is going to become a reality out here, or do you think we a lost cause?
You know, niggas gonna have personal issues regardless, man. That's just black people, you feel what I mean? But as far as like generational, you know, like a cult that is just so at war with this other cult, half y'all don't even know what y'all warring for, you know, that kind of seems a little frivolous after, you know what I mean, so many decades, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, you know, we stronger, truthfully, we stronger nigga together, like straight up, you feel me? But, you know, like I say, it's a lot of, you know, unsettled beefs. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of pride in LA, man. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? We can always hope for better, man. You feel me? But, you know, until a niggas is able to, you know, look over whatever the fuck, you know what I mean, that is, then shit. You know, and then the police, you know, we live in LA, bro, so on some real shit, the police is not, nigga, you know, it's not out of their range for them to pull up and smack a nigga and blame them like, they, you know, they play ball out here, you feel me? So
I remember back in, we really tried the peace in the 90s. Yeah. It was like real documented evidence that they was out here trying to do what you suggest to counter that.
Come on, man.
So we can't never put that in the back of our mind, whether it's, even with the Black Lives Matter, the whole shit, they was saying it was people of that nature coming amongst the people that was trying to peacefully protest and stir up things. We know from COINTELPRO, the whole Panther shit. But things are so sophisticated and they rock everybody to sleep to think everything is so normal and cool. Right. It's probably so much shit going on, bopping us upside the head that we not aware to, if it's not the emasculation of our men.
Well, they say that's how we start beefing on the how we start beefing back after the last truce. Like, you feel me? Again, that was before my time, but nigga, you know what I mean? They probably had something to do with that shit.
No, you say probably, I'm gonna say there is a high probability, because there were reports of people standing out in their neighborhoods and cars driving by at rapid rates of speed and doing drive-bys and hitting people right between the eyes. That was the type of things that was fucking everybody up. And you know, usually when somebody of the culture drives by fast,
gonna shoot it up.
The wrong person. These people was hitting heart shots right between the head shots.
They get trained, they're trained shooters.
And then when it was just a theory or a conspiracy theory, I think throughout a high-speed chase, when I'm wrecked and we realized that's exactly what was going on. So a lot of the other incidents that were just suspected, you got to be, you know, just think about 9/11. A lot of people, you say it was an inside job, they'll laugh at you. It
was.
But they'll laugh at you. A lot of intelligent, sophisticated people will laugh at you. So you got to realize what you have the courage to believe and stand on out here.
Right. Right.
God, how long is it? Go ahead.
And that's why I respect that Snowfall shit so much, man. When John Singleton was, you know what I mean, was alive here, rest in peace, the great. You know, a lot of that shit that he was saying in there, nigga, was real life shit. That's the shit that we had to deal with, and you know what I'm saying, over
CIA here. And all that.
Like, like dropping guns off.
Shout out to the real Rick Ross. I'm not familiar with the actual Snowfall series, or I have never watched the episode, but I know that somehow the real Rick Ross name is affiliated with all of whatever, and that is a friend of mine, an associate of mine. I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but I know the general story. So you're saying it highlighted the whole idea. That
from like the, you know, from like the dropping the guns off to niggas and shit. We all know that story. You feel me? If y'all don't, do your research on that, man. You feel me?
It's so unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like so unbelievable. Go ahead.
So, you know, that's the whole thing. John was crazy for that, man. He went crazy for that. Just with, you know, that they even let him, you know, put that out there, because, you know, they'll shut a nigga ass out. You feel me? For real.
It seems like after so much time, it's a lot of truth that gets put out there that is like shocking, but it seems like the new generation of those people never inherit the evils of the past generation. So it's like, oh, guess what? It's not us. That's what they did. You can know it now.
Right.
But you think it's ever going to be a chance? I ask a lot of my guests this, the R word, reparations.
Right.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where that word is a reality in the sense that we see it, a big chunk of money for the descendants of people that got fucked off throughout slavery?
Man, keep it real. Like, the world is changing. You feel me? Like, we understand, me as a logical person, I understand, you know, what happened and still what's going on now. You feel what I mean? But also, the world is changing and people are becoming more aware, coming more, you know what I mean, you know, liberal and shit like that, man. So, you know, the old ways of their grandpa and granddad, you feel me, they still gonna live off white privilege and stuff like that. But, you know, man, at the end of the day, what is racism? Somebody that's, you know,
That's
come
a
on,
deep
man.
question, because racism as a word or racist does not resonate with me as negative anymore.
Right.
I
Straight
think
up.
it's something that each race should be. I think
Exactly.
most races are, and I think our race is the last one to the party.
Exactly.
And that's why we're so far behind in the race, because we're not racist. The more footballish you are, perhaps the more effective you're going to be in football.
Right.
You feel me? So we're in a race that's based on races, and we're been tricked to think that racism is so evil that we're the last to practice it. And
Right.
I think once we start realizing that racism is going to be the path to being successful in this society, and we start practicing it, you know, we have displayed as a people efficiency, resilience. And if we start utilizing the natural tools that everybody else is using, I think we can start covering a lot of ground. We can come from last place to our rightful place if we just start doing what everybody else is doing, and that's being racist. And that means your race first. Real quick. Neighborhood, bro. How do you find yourself? Where do you find yourself when these subject matters get so deep? Because you don't hate either side. You love everybody. Yeah. But when he and I come in and saying right now, if it's life or death, we realize we got to go race first. How do you find yourself comfortable being more attached to us than it is to your race?
Because I'm stuck in the middle, you know, because I got kids that is black.
Do you realize in real life situations, especially us as men in the jail system, there comes a time where there's no middle line. It's either or.
Shit.
And you know the way you push Crip. You know you push Crip. If you was Mr. Lupe and we was on the unit,
yeah,
you couldn't be like this with us and still say, I'm in the middle.
No, you got to pick sides right there.
So do you go to family functions where there's none of us and you just regular Lupe?
Not really.
No, they don't fuck with you like that.
I mean, I go
threw that away, or is it just not?
I just everything I do is with my homies. Like,
so only with
my birthdays, C-days, my kids' birthdays.
Okay,
But see, Lupe got a lot of. But see, that's the thing, though. I mean, it's like men together. The whole thing is about when a race decides to mend together. I feel like, right, and that's the problem with black people. We don't mend together until it's actually like combat, like physical harm coming to
Salinas
us.
Valley.
Then we like, oh shit, nigga, what's up? Me and you, nigga, we against. Like, you feel me? But like other races, nigga, like I say, Lupe got a huge Mexican following. They men together on small shit like that, just supporting her, like type. You feel me? Like, and so that's a whole thing in itself, man.
They don't hold it against you for being a Crip.
Yeah, they do. So, you know the comment.
I know you do a part of politics.
You know the messages. And
do you feel pressure ever to like?
Shit, I'm always getting death threats, so it doesn't even really matter.
I know one of
everybody, bro, from the opposition.
I know one of my homies gave you some advice because they bumped into you in traffic in a 7-Eleven.
I do that right now. We're at the
late night. They say you was on Vermont. You had no idea whom the occupants of the 7-Eleven was in. And when
you knew who I was, so you knew I was neighborhood, bro.
Yeah, but you coming in like neighborhood, bro, like.
That's how she built in the stove?
Yeah, late night. And the homie, his first mind frame was like, damn, she don't know who I am. And is you ready for what might come with that at any moment?
I'm always ready, bro.
Okay.
You know, I've always been with C-Mac. You know how that goes.
No, but I seen you on camera like flighting a female too.
Oh, yeah.
What was that all about? You mind giving us why'd you hit that lady in that line?
Oh, man, because I went to go get some food, right? And remember I had to pop up? So I bought food for everyone. And she must have been a smoker because it was a long ass line, bro. And I was about to pay, and I had 2 cans of soda. So I was like, what am I gonna do with 2 cans? So I went to go take it back, and when I came back, she was in front of my wallet, all my shit. And I left my wallet out, and everything was wide open. You know, like, oh, shit. Yeah. She's right in front of it. Shit. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am. I said, excuse me, ma'am. Well, they started recording when it was already 5 minutes.
Of course, yeah.
So I said, excuse me, ma'am. I'm about to pay. You know, I'm about to go out. And when she did move, she was like, people here are crazy. And she went like this. And I'm like, that's when I had moved a little bit more. I'm like, who are you talking to? I'm just going to pay for my food. And she did it again. And I was like, can you please move? She wouldn't move. And then she said, I'm not in your way, bitch. And that's when I like, that was it. You see,
and then so you gave her that last warning, and once she didn't.
I don't know. It's because I be blacking out, and then my right hand goes to the.
You got to be careful with that right hand. It's heavy. You got a heavy right hand. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I seen that though. It was overhand right too. I
was like, that motherfucker was
like, it was a shoulder joint. I was like,
celebrity boxing is becoming a more and more popular thing.
They've been trying to put me in the ring.
Have they suggested a matchup?
Yeah, your boy.
A boy?
Your boy.
My boy?
The one you mentioned earlier. Munchie B.
For you,
Lady Munchie B.
Oh, Lady
Munchie
B.
We ain't going for that.
Why would that? Is it just a sport, or y'all got some type of controversy?
I don't know exactly. My homies is we can't.
Hell nah.
You know, we don't. Yeah, well, you heard what that say. We not doing that. Shout out to Munchie B. I'm not familiar with Lady Munchie B. I don't know if that's his co-host Mariah or not, but
I mean, it's you know when I went to when I seen Mac 10 and he was one of them too, and they asked me the same question, you know. And
so if fuck that, we don't want to talk about that which is not positive. Yeah. So if you celebrity boxing is positive.
Hell yeah.
Who do you feel like would be a good match for you?
Shit, I don't know.
On some positive shit.
Shit, on some positive shit. I don't give a fuck whoever wants to get the bag.
You gotta call out Krishan Rock.
I think I could take that little girl.
That's what you got. Oh, she's a little girl to you.
Hey, Krishan Rock.
She's very aggressive.
Yeah.
She's very controversial.
Krishan Rock tried to bully me, Custer.
She dissed you and all that. See what it is.
Try to bully me, Custer.
You gonna give her a twin tooth missing?
I'm not bad, baby.
Oh wow.
What's her name? What's her name? Whoa, Vicky.
Oh, whoa, Vicky. There it is.
Whoa, Vicky, bro.
You know, that's the homegirl, Lupe Gotti. She ain't got no hate in her heart. She just trying to spark some controversy.
She can get it.
She want to get in that ring with any female that's buzzing.
What about Coco Bliss? She just is little joy.
I ain't hip.
What?
It don't matter, bro.
She just beat up another little content maker though. Just whipped down her outside. Boom, man. She kind of white girl. She kind of squabbling up.
Man, I'll do it, bro.
What's happening with C-Mac? What's the latest with the homie? I didn't want to.
You know he's doing the Mac Adventures, bro, with China.
Shout out to China Mac, yeah, and C-Mac. I like that shit, man. That's a great idea. Are you on it at all?
I was the last. Like I did when they first started it. Remember when I gave him the cat?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That was the day I moved out to the IE. Oh. So he's like 2 hours away from me, so I can't.
So is that why we don't see as much content with you and C-Mac as out there?
Yeah, because I moved away.
Okay.
That's what took me a while to come out here. I only come out here if I gotta do an interview or if me and C-Mac got a show or something like that. Like we be performing together. I
saw you with some cooking content as if you were developing a cooking show. Are you still with that?
I'm still doing that, bro. I'm still doing that, but right now, like since I moved away, like I've been like trying to get everything together. You know, it's been about a month, but I got these. I've been buying stuff to cook outside. I want to cook outside.
So besides tacos, what do you specialize in? What's good?
Boy, tacos ain't cooking, man.
Nah, man, I can make all kinds.
But
of
all
stuff.
as a
pozole.
Oh shit!
All right, let me know.
Fried chicken, all kinds of stuff.
So wait, you went hella Mexican. Then you went fried chicken. Keep it going.
What else? I make good stir fries.
Oh, so you go all cultural.
I go everywhere.
All around the board. That's what's up.
Me, I don't see.
You ever ate a variety of her cooking?
Bro, he told me he knows how to cook, and I went to his house.
You cook too?
But he never cooked for me though.
Man, I'm sick.
You sick?
What?
I got TikTok. Y'all check my TikTok out. Hey, runner. Hey, runner.
He's so funny.
Man, nigga, I make food for all type of shit on my shit,
bro,
man.
Why you didn't make no food when I went to your house?
Because we was outside. What I'm going to do? Sit at the house making shrimp basket?
Bro, he be telling me, like, he be making gourmet meals, and I'm like, bro, when
braided shrimp. I mean, braided salmon, nigga, I be... You feel me?
Yeah, see,
Salmon, nigga. Like, yeah.
So we have to cook
I don't know
together,
if that's
bro.
a phrase he read somewhere, but he fucked me up with the first phrase.
Braided salmon.
Braided or breaded?
Salmon, braided.
Oh, braided, not breaded.
He says he
Braided.
can cook,
Yeah,
bro. He be the meals he be telling me like, oh man, that's like some fire, but he didn't let me have anything, bro. When
She
I
be
was
saying it though. She be saying it. You know, she be saying it.
Tell me this, Kyle. I'm gonna ask Lupe, but I want your perspective too. You know who Blue Devil is? Hey the world.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're here. We're gonna go.
Yeah, do that. Blue Devil. Look.
What you want me to tell him?
No, look, Blue Devil. You know, earlier this morning you told me you taking your son to school. You supposed to hit me back in an hour. Remember, it's been an hour.
Blue Devil, Haters World.
Haters World. Shout out to Blue Devil, the homie.
We're gonna go on Saturday.
Yeah. So just recently he did a reaction to a criminal and bozo conversation. I'm not sure if you're familiar with who bozo is. I'm not.
They're like Southside.
I've never. But they're not Mexicans, but they're Southsiders. Criminal, I've been knowing for some years. The rapper, yeah. But I guess Criminal was talking to somebody named Bozo, and Bozo said something about he's ESL. He was proud of being ESL, English second language.
Oh, okay.
And Criminal used that moment to like say, "Oh, that's for Spider Lope," because he and I had an exchange some months back where he went so emotional and crazy about the fact when I was on Blue Devil interview, he asked me this general question: why is it through the years more blacks having collab with Chicano rappers? And I said,
I think I heard something about that.
yeah, and I was like, I think it has a lot to do with the mastery level of the English language. And Criminal is somebody that I've been dealing with for almost 20 years, if not 20 years, respectfully. He got in my DM and left all these disrespectful, highly emotionally charged messages that I couldn't understand. Outside of you, have so many homies that's your race that I can say whatever comes to the top of my mind without them being offensive. They do the same thing. It's never a problem, but he got so
What did
emotional.
they find offensive?
He found offensive the fact that I said, mastery of the English language? Is that your answer? And then there was another. I couldn't believe
Bro,
it.
because you know about me. You know about me. But
Imagine, give me what's this? Is it a music called mariachi? Is that a kind of music?
the mariachi with yeah.
Any kind of Spanish.
Yeah,
What's the music?
Like mariachi.
That's a music, right? For your culture. Could you imagine me asking you, damn, Lupe, why your people don't collab with my people more? And you tell me, man, you guys don't really speak Spanish right. How can the fuck that be offensive?
You know, I mean, I don't find it offensive, but like me.
I mean, just, I deal with a lot of Mexicans, bro.
Talk to me.
I mean, I think that probably they could take offense to that by saying like, dang, like, so it's because we ain't mastered how to speak English. It's the reason why blacks don't want to.
This is a Sereno.
It's the reason why.
A Sereno asking me about, not me personally. He said, why do I believe throughout the years more of our people haven't collabed more in the hip hop?
Because I think back then.
And I said, I don't know, maybe. And this is what I'm thinking. Yeah. All the songs we bump, right? That we love through the years. With the right beat, the right people on it. And then you got somebody coming there saying, "Trick your old English with my vatos." And that's the typical approach throughout the years. He asked me why through the years it hasn't happened more. He didn't ask me why I personally haven't done it. He asked me, why do I believe through the years there hasn't been more collab? And as I sat there on the spot and ran through my Rolodex of memories and thoughts on the subject matter, it doesn't mesh well. And the way it doesn't mesh well is because when we typically through the years have listened to this music, we listen.
Yeah, but then the answer is difference in style, not.
My thought. It's not a fact. It's he asked me why I thought. And I answered to him the best of, this is what I may think. I had other thoughts if I would have had.
You said mastery of the language.
Of the English language.
That's not the same thing.
I didn't indicate a lack of. What I'm saying is you and I may master English language to a certain level of we communicate the same. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean we're excellent at English,
rap songs,
but we've mastered it to a level where we communicate on a similar level. Right. Their mastery, whether it's higher or lower, it's at a different level to where it doesn't quite click when we come together. You could come from Baton Rouge, I could come from LA, you could come from New York, and then we get on a beat to talk our shit, our different accents, our different slang, it still meshes to a certain degree.
Right.
You could be G'd up. You could be somebody I respect as much as I know as a Sereno, but when you jump on the record being yourself, it's a totally different sound than what we typically.
You saying the hip hop language? You talking about like they not mastering the hip hop like because a West Coast nigga could rap like a East Coast nigga or any type shit. Because it's all in one. I see what you're saying.
And whether we speak broken English or Ebonics, we have a similar mastery of the English language. And when people are ESL, typically they have a similar mastery. Just like there's certain things that Hispanics say that are slightly off of how we would say them every time. Like just like they'll say like something like this. Let me just give you an example. Like, hey, you going to the game? Yeah, I'm gonna go there right now. We don't say I'm gonna go there right now. That's some shit y'all say every time.
You know what it is? Like, when I speak English, because I didn't learn English till I was in kindergarten, bro. So, excuse me. But like when you speak in Spanish, it's backwards.
Exactly.
That's what it is. So like the way we say a sentence in Spanish is gonna sound different in English because we say it kind of backwards. So knowing the two languages and then the accent makes it even more hard.
So if there's a certain culture of opening your mouth on top of beats that has become popular with a certain group of people, and then the people that are not from that group, as they attempt to collab and fuck around, ask me, hey, why you don't collab more? And I sit back and ask, say, damn, it has to be, first of all, from my thought, I believe it has something to do with the mastery of the language. It doesn't connect.
Because even some of my songs, I like when I say chunky neighborhoods, bro, it seems like you could tell that I'm not saying chunky. Like you're saying chinky. Like I'm saying chunky, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But you have a lot of practice. Like even Blue Devil, he's not a Crip. But I love the way you say, check out the video. I can't roll it. But he like, the next video, it's not black. It's
an accent.
It's something different. It's so different. I might not want to hear it on a rap song, but I'm attracted to it toward, I like the way that shit roll. Right.
Shout out to Hater World.
Shout out to Hater World. And I'm going to say this though, Blue Devil, you ain't shit because he allowed that Sereno pressure for him to make a phrase to say something like.
So what are you going to do with this song?
No, never. That's my boy. I'm going to lead by example and show how criminal should have happened. Blue Devil said some shit that I didn't agree with, understand, or appreciate. He said I had a lot of trash music recently. You know what I did? I politely texted.
Who said that?
Blue Devil.
Oh, he's a hater, bro.
It's Hater's World. I should have known what I was saying.
You know, he been talking about me, bro.
But he got love for you, though. He got love for you. But this is what happened with Blue Devil, and I'm going to call him out right now. This is what happened. He fell to the pressure because Blue Devil has been nothing but a supporter of mine from the time I initiated communication. There's never been nothing negative, so I take it with a grain of salt. He fell to some pressure of wanting to say something just so people won't think, you on Spider and all you do is. That's what that was. So I'm not tripping. I know what it was when he even uttered it because he has been so supportive. It's kind of like when, like, I'm going to tell you an example. I had a son who was on Big U football team. Curtis Jr., he's a senior at Carson High right now, number 14. When he was like 11 to 12, we was on Big U football team. Wow. And when we got there, it was like week number 2. And they was getting blowed out like 40-0, maybe week number 3. And then when my son got there, he started just doing, he was a man-child. Not that he was so great in skill. He just was quicker developed than average kid his age. He was doing all type of amazing shit. So Big U had a motherfucking practice that after the game, he would do some shit like he'd line the team up and be like, you did good, you can leave. And then be like, everybody else, he gonna cook you. Y'all fucked up, you shouldn't have whoop. My son, every week, first person, you out of here, gone. I think it got to a point where Big U felt like, I can't just keep letting him go every week. I gotta let him get some of this too. So one day he made my son stay for the scolding after we got blew out. I got about 12 niggas standing up here, and he giving it to him. And I'm watching every little boy start crying, cause like every little boy got a tear coming down their eye. Man, so I'm like watching. I'm like, damn, I walk away. I'm like, man, I see my son eyes pink as a motherfucker. I swear to God, I was thinking to myself, like, man, do not cry, nigga. And then he like, Big, you asking every nigga, like, what you do today? They like, nothing. He like, what you do? Nothing. What you do? Nothing. My son was like the last one. He like, what you do? He was like, got a sack. I was like, flip. On my mama, and on oh sorry, big. You was like, on my mama. He was like, his whole energy changed.
This nigga broke the table.
He was like, yo, domino. He was like, you right. He looked at me like, you right. But plus, my young nigga, like, the tear, it never got wet in the well or nothing. He like held this shit up. But he was barking at everybody. So it just reminded me of that. I think at some point, the people that's giving the judgment, like, we can't just keep giving you we gotta include you in the bullshit too. I think that might be the same thing that Blue Devil was going through. Like, I just can't be Spider. Now the conversation was all based on the Rasa. I think he just had to feel like, oh, so this music's trash. And then let me say that to say I don't feel like it really was something he meant in his heart. I feel like he feel like the same way Big you feel like today, I can't let him go today too. Because he always going. I think Blue Devil felt like, I can't just be Spider. I'm gonna take this one time to stay. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold it against him, bro.
You want to collab on a song just to kill the noise?
I wouldn't mind. My thing is this, because just think Blue Devil, Sereno, Beautiful World remix, C-Mac. It might make sense.
He's on one of my songs.
What's the song?
Hit Your Lupe.
Hit Your Lupe.
He's a Hit Your Lupe.
Let me tell you something, y'all. That's love.
Yeah.
On Crip, that's love. Because one of the most funniest things is watching Lupe do that slow motion, stiff ass dance.
Shut up. That's a homie's dance.
I can't dance with the shit,
dance
but I can follow you. It's like you count me in your
You
head.
think it's stiff, bro? You think it's stiff?
What?
You think it's stiff, baby brother? That's our dance, bro. You gonna talk about a dance like that, bro? That's our dance.
Lupe hit the rendition of it. I really had that dance in Turn Up a long time ago.
Yeah, that's our dance from back in the day.
It was more of a smoother type. When Lupe be hitting her, she threw her own little junkie in on it. She made it a shit. I can't knock it. She made it a shit, bro.
That's what was your song that we used to dance to?
It was Turn Up.
Yeah.
Nigga, all niggas Turn Up.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's real funny.
It's a hood dance.
So you just rebranded it, remarketed
it's a homie.
She put her twist on it. Nigga, it went viral.
But
nigga,
look how shit go, because it looked like to the world, C-Mac taught you that, and it's a play off of his shit.
I had to put him in there because he put me on.
Oh, so you the originator.
Yeah, it's a homies. It's our dance.
Yeah, the thing on the head is the homies for real. You know what I'm saying? So, but C-Mac fuck with the homies tough, being raised around the homies all his life. So he do the 5 on his
for
shit.
The homie.
You feel me? You know what I mean? But you know because it's a glove. It's like we put it on for it because it's like the glove act.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
About, the homie.
Hardhead.
That's where I got
FIP.
But he used to go like this, but I just go like this. You know
Explain to the world what C-Mac represents for the 40s, the 50s, that general area between Western and Normandy. Just because, like you say, you feel like the section been blackballed, so much talent, never got a real look. And somebody like C-Mac, who doesn't seemingly possess all the talent, brings so much light to the section. Explain to the viewers, the listeners, how we appreciate that, even though they don't really realize how we could appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, C-Mac to the section, man. I mean, I look at it from a different perspective. I've been doing this entertainment shit for a long time, you know what I mean? So I see how a person could get to where C-Mac is and really not deal with homies no more. You feel what I'm saying? So by him even still staying around and going through what he go through, you feel what I'm saying, and just being around and being accessible and shit like that, like, you feel me? I can't do nothing but salute that. You feel what I'm saying? And he not a homie that's like not trying to help another homie. If you got something going, C-Mac will fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't get too many niggas like that's part of that. You know what I'm saying? That's able to do that. You know what I mean? From our section, because nigga, I'm talking, it's hard out here, nigga.
Very hard, very difficult.
So niggas is getting killed. Niggas is getting put in jail for life. Niggas is, we robbing, trying to eat right now, not just, so our talents is being wasted time after time. We got so many homies that have so much talent. I think
about that when I think about our abortion rate, and so many things make me think of what you just mentioned, bro. That's deep as fuck. On my mama. Yeah. That's why I salute somebody similar as yourself who not only does this typical rap, everybody does that. Yeah. Now podcasting is gone in that. But now a lost art form is writing, especially from our culture. It's not cool. I can write. I'm intelligent. I can express myself well. I can put a creative thought together the average person can't really design. That's a lost art. And for somebody who know what it feel like to get looked at for just being stumped down, to dedicate to themselves something far more deep, I have to applaud it. I appreciate it. You told me before we came on camera that you already working on a part 2.
Yeah, I'ma drop part 2 before I drop the movie and shit. So the book, part 2 of the book will be out before I finish production in the movie. But yeah, man, like I say, man, to piggyback on that, man, that's like you know, getting niggas to do different little small parts, nigga, and still have they face. And then like I say, bro, like that's this whole project, bro. Like everything that's in the movie is by our area. That's what I'm trying to broad. You know, that's what I'm trying to portray. That's what I'm trying to, you know what I mean, show the world that our area
Part 1
is
done?
really.
Or you got room
No,
for
I'm
some
still
cameos
shooting. No,
pop up?
Yeah, pop up. Come fuck with it.
Like,
Yeah, for
gotcha.
sure. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, basically, nigga, our hair, the people who get their hair done, is done by the homegirls. You feel me? You know what I mean? The casting, we do all the casting. You feel what I'm saying? The fucking the wardrobe, nigga, we supply the wardrobe. The homies that got the clothing lines and different shit like that. The areas, the locations, you know what I'm saying? Everything that, you know what I mean, that niggas, you know what I mean? Everything, if you got something that's going in the hood,
Ground
we can
up.
put that in here, nigga. And I just want to show a project that we all own and just show like where y'all can't, like if you feel, if like we do feel blackball, but now I'm trying to come with a way where you can't blackball us.
Right.
Show us to the world, bro. Like, you feel me? Because all y'all fuck with Fody's, like, nigga, whoever in the game, y'all got some homies that, so it's crazy how ain't no homies.
You think it's
up
important
there,
to
like,
brand it as a Fody's project, or
no, this is actually an LA project
you
because,
go.
like I say,
There you go.
we got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, as part of my area, I can speak for my area. I can go more in depth about my area. I can include the Hoovers. I can include the Troubles. I can include the A-Tray Gangsters, but just a perspective.
The highlight is gonna be
from
on
what
mine.
yeah, I can't really go too deep into them because that's not my area. I don't really know, you know what I mean?
But they're part of my overall
you know,
experience.
yeah,
in
but
my
I'm gonna go
channel.
ahead and shed some light on their area,
Correct.
shed some lights on these area because this is a LA story and it ain't just the Fody's running around here like how I'm gonna tell a LA story without telling our adversaries and shit like
Correct.
that. You know what I mean? So, you know, we already got the ETGs knocked out. We
Rest
got
in peace, Lil Sody.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sody and Cody, they most notable losses in the recent years that I'm familiar with, that I know. But go ahead.
Yeah, man. Condolences and shit. Yeah, you know, like, so like I say, we just trying to get all, and we want real actors. Like, I can get some, I can get some niggas that just be like, oh yeah, say you from Trouble. Like,
Right, now.
Or, yeah, but I really got a real hand out here in these streets.
That's
so,
gonna be a
you feel
very
me?
unique approach to
Yeah,
this, man.
yeah,
Do we have a timetable?
I mean, we're
projecting?
trying to finish production at least this year, you know what I mean? And so,
now.
then we could just take, you know, the rest of the time just for the, you know, editing and doing. And we doing all this from the ground up. We ain't never
salute
did,
that.
like, none of that. And if y'all look at the trailer, it's 100, like, you feel me? The trailer, Loyalty Don't Exist, on YouTube, you know what I mean? It's,
Is that the name of the channel? Or that's just
that's the name of the, that's the name of the trailer, you know what I'm saying? You go check out the trailer. Yeah.
Would you tell me, okay, since we out here thinking that this is all about loyalty, and we live in a life where we realize loyalty doesn't exist, then what is it actually to be obtained, or what's the goal? What can we actually get out of this if it's not loyalty? I feel like we
get
only
out of what,
place
the
loyalty
street
over
life?
love. Yeah, the whole wherever we thought we was gonna find loyalty, if loyalty is not available, what could
In
be
his gang
possibly
life, though.
available?
In his gang life, though.
Gang life. Okay, we leave it
Well,
there.
you gotta understand this. Gang shit was made by children. You feel me? We you know, our big homies was kids when we made that.
See,
So a lot of our,
I don't want to say I thought that
feel me?
already. I've been said that, but
Come
go
on,
ahead.
man.
say
You
talk
know what I'm
your shit.
saying?
Hey, man,
So
preach.
yeah, man. So you know, like a lot of our viewpoints and standpoints and guidelines, it come from a childish type of, you know, outlook. But you know what I'm saying? The rationalization in it is that this shit gang, whatever it is, like, you know what I mean, wherever I'm from, nigga, this is, you know, I'm from Fody's, nigga, so that makes whatever type of irrational, you know what I mean?
Why do we? But you articulate this so well. I can do as well. So why do we not totally detach ourselves, knowing that?
Because of what the loyalty that we experience coming into it.
The loyalty that does not
loyalty,
exist.
That portrayal of loyalty, right? When we first came in, Because if it was bad, motherfuckers wouldn't have stuck around. You come through, it ain't too many niggas coming to the hood, getting their ass beat every day, and this and that. You know, so it was one type of calm area that made you feel like, oh shit, this shit for real. Like niggas is really, they love me. Everybody love me. Niggas pull up. Nigga, you a young nigga, you don't know. Niggas pull up, yo, little homie, I got you on the nigga, you know what I mean?
So
little homie.
We still believe in that essence of that pure, I got you, you got me. We still believe somehow deep down it exists.
You gotta understand, man. The black man or the minority man is you know, it's a fight out here. It's y'all against everybody. You know what I mean? Type shit. So when you get that camaraderie, remember, it ain't just these other people that's against you. That's how they want us to perceive it. Like, yeah, well, y'all felt a little pressure from the other side, so you joined the gang to kill them. Like, no, it was our actual loyalty came in on the pressure that we had from the world, from society. You feel me? So then, because we feeling like ain't nothing for us in the world, not just them niggas, including them niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Like, niggas, so then we attached ourselves to the people because when we was broke or, you know what I'm saying, and the circumstances that they, you know what I mean, that they allow us to be in, you get what I mean? We attached to our boys. We attached to niggas where I'm sleeping at. I don't got nowhere to sleep. That's all a sign of poverty, bro. You get what I'm saying? Right. I don't got nowhere to sleep, so I attach. You let me sleep at your mama's house. That's why when niggas get into it, it's like, nigga, I know your mama, nigga, like, nigga, I know. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is the part that attaches, you know what I mean, where, you know what I mean, and that builds that mentality, how they be like, oh, we don't got no, you know, no stake in the course, however. This type of, when you talk about the you know what I mean, the upper class child that's not dealing with none of that. All he did with his loyalty is coming from his parents, it's coming from his grandparents.
A pure process, yes.
Yeah, like they like, okay, that's who they attached to. When I don't get along with my mom and I feel like I got nobody, I talk to my uncle and he's a, you know what I'm saying, a fucking successful whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So, but when we attach to Lil Uzi
our uncle who ain't so successful.
Yeah, right.
And learn to cut corners. And
man, this is how you do. This is how life is for you right here, out here now. You feel me? So it's like y'all, you know what I mean, behind the scenes, y'all pushing us into learning from these people. You get what I'm saying? From the people that's around us, make sure they fucked up. So all y'all examples is fucked up. You get what I'm saying? So this nigga 25, he think he got it figured out on God. So he gonna give you some real shit, like nigga on the real. But nigga, when you talking to that same person 10 years from now, he gonna be like, nigga, I was fucked up.
And we commit ourselves as youngsters to what he said and not realizing we have applied ourselves to less than appropriate.
Go out there, smoke something, get life, then you like, man, these niggas really ain't for
me. And that could have been the next Malcolm or tell me this. As I focus on the problem publicly, I like to give equal amount of time to possible solutions.
Right.
What do you think we know everything we just discussed. It's all bad, down bad, fucked up, the worst. As people that would like to see it get better, we have no idea. It's just me and you looking at it. What are some of the things you think we should start doing actively? Not the big shit, but day to day. What steps should we take to make sure that even after we're gone, the future may see a different experience when it comes to our communities?
Create opportunities, man. First off, money, niggas ain't finna get along, nigga, we broke. Period. First off, like, as long as we out here struggling this shit, that shit ain't never gonna work. But we need to find ways to create opportunities for each other, you know what I'm saying, and make it where it makes sense. That's where, like I say, again, with the book, I pull up and I'm trying to give, you know what I mean, give some spotlight to these other places, like, so we can all, like, you know what I mean, so y'all can eat over there, we can eat over there, they can eat over, everybody eat, then that stop, after we eat, I'm not coming to try to slide on you right then, like, you feel me, so we over here enjoying the spoils of our, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be, bro, like, and that's where it's going, that I feel like, without opportunities, bro, that's the shit that causes war, man. You feel me? This been since the beginning of time. Y'all got the food and the resources, then it's gonna be war. If we don't got it over here, we going and looking for it.
You put my mind on a viral clip I saw. It was a black or white clip, and it's a young black dude with a small fro. He's talking to a white man. He's like, sir, if I come to you and beg you for a piece of food, a piece of bread, and you tell me no, and I come and beg you again. He says, only so many times I'm going to come to you peacefully.
Right.
He said, every expert in the world will tell you the next move is to hit you over the head, sir.
Right.
So I resonate with that.
Yeah, so all that's gonna do is breed a war type mentality. You feel me? So we ready to war with anything.
Do you believe that the mentality of war that we possess as a people has to see its fulfillment in destruction, and a whole new mindset has to erupt amongst us? Because I don't see the destructive shit disappearing. So do you feel like it has to play out to eradicate itself, or do you think that forever we're gonna have senseless element of murder and competition and dissension between us for no reason, just because it's tribal, just because it's fun? Or...
Yeah, that's really a black problem. We dealing with that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Even places that don't really consider themselves gangs and shit like that, they still warn. That's just how.
I wonder about that, because I think, okay, in LA they say, oh, blacks murder, black on black. Woo. I say, okay, gang banging, yeah, a lot of senseless. But then you think about the states that don't got no gang banging, they still got a black on black murder. What the fuck?
It's an agenda, man. You know what I mean? A black person is made to hate. This is shit that's been in plans for, you know, hundreds of cities. You know what I mean? Like
lynch type shit.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? So this like, you know, only the plan being hatched out. You feel what I mean? So black people gotta, and there's so much knowledge right now. Like, you feel me? Where you don't gotta be ignorant. There's no reason for a nigga to be ignorant out here. You feel me? So
it's almost too much knowledge.
Yeah, come on, bro.
As soon as you think you got it figured out, you'll see a whole nother presentation so elaborate and thought out that disagrees. You're like, whoa. So. Right. Yeah, so
gonna send you on that. Gonna send you on that internet spiral.
Yeah, knowing nothing is no excuse for knowing nothing.
No excuse, man.
You should either know enough or too much. You should not know nothing. That's
man.
true.
So you know what I mean. So with that, now what are we doing? If we know what's going on and we conscious and we, you know what I mean, or whatever, nigga, if we keep running into the damn wall, like what the fuck, you know what I mean? So, and that's just, you know, it's really, like I say, it's really the environment that we in. It's like I can't. If I stay right here on Vernon, I can't really just be like, I'm just gonna stop gangbanging, because them niggas don't give a fuck if I stop gangbanging.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So as long as I'm in the pit, nigga, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? And then once you leave, you kind of lose a little bit of the favor in the land and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it's tricky.
I get
you know
it.
what I mean?
You know,
so
I get it.
Tricky.
Talk that
you
talk.
Feel me?
Preach
so you know what I mean? So it's tricky, bro, about what you do. That's why you catch motherfuckers over there, because they still like, man, you know, I'm gonna stay
I need this, cuz.
And then, something slide on you, the man gets smacked, or you have to knock something down being over there.
Now you out of here.
Like, yeah, like, and it's Mickey. You feel what I mean? So
if you live past the point of having to do that, sometimes it's just the natural attraction to the elements and the environment that we have, because a lot of people don't have to do it no more.
Right.
I find myself sometimes mentally paying attention to pressure that doesn't exist, because I know for a fact people that started way after me quit way before me, that get all the respect and I still let some type of thought or suggestion from another person make me kind of like think about certain shit I know I have to think about.
Right.
And I know it's a type of mindset that things like this will help the rest of the world start understanding, because we are degenerate in our thought process, bro. Right. There is no adult male gives a fuck about what his childhood friends were thinking about back then, and now are trying to live their life based upon that shit, bro. And the fact that even with our maturity and our accomplishments, we keep carrying that element. It could be great if we stick to the principles, but the fact that it was so destructive and detrimental, it's really some bullshit.
Yeah.
I wish that there was like some redeeming element of what we've been through.
Honestly, it gotta be pioneers, bro, and that's what I'm trying to
develop that.
That's what I'm trying to pioneer at. It gotta be the motherfuckers who you know, the nigga, another format, man. You feel me? Some other format. Let's find. We can still go to war, but let's go to war with something on some, you know, on this. Let's go to war with this with this government on this dollar. Let's put ourselves in a situation where now, nigga, our voice matter. Where we can get our motherfucking international connections up, nigga. Like, nigga.
I saw a video recently of Prodigy, rest in peace, the HNIC. That was my nigga from Mobb Deep. He was saying he was in a car and he was saying just what you said. Like, no, you don't have to take the aggression out, but it's directed in the right
On the real.
And you know what that typically means right now on the inception of a revolution? That means you're on the front line. It means you would not get to see the success. Right. And you're only going for principle. You're out of here. And a lot of that's courage is hard to find.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to ask.
On the real, you know what I mean? But like I say, it's a lot of solid motherfuckers too, though. You feel me? It's gonna be a lot of house niggas. You know what I mean? They gonna always be there. You feel me? But you know, it's a lot of real niggas, man. You know what I mean? When you talking about, cause we look at it from a different aspect. When you look at it like, nigga, okay, how many real solid niggas you got from Rollin 40s? Boom. And even if you could say something like 10, and you say from BPS, and you could say 10, and you could say over here, and you could say 10, like
20s.
Let's say you say, you know what I mean? Yeah, even a low number like 10, and we know these areas got crazy numbers of niggas that's in these areas. Like, so it's like if you pulling out, nigga, a number low like that, and you like, bro, your numbers.
Did somebody teach you that concept?
Nah, I've been.
Let me share with you. Years ago, I went to a meeting with an investment firm that looks for inventions.
Right.
And I had Robin Petgrave at the Compton Airport. He has an aeronautical program that he runs. He's a very successful black entrepreneur. But he was at the Torrance Airport at this time. But him, my mother, and my father, who have never really been a couple since I was born, I had them two people. I was fresh out of prison. I had my mother, my father, and I had Robin Petgrave accompany me to a meeting in Costa Mesa with an invention company because I had an idea. And I say all that to say this. When I went in there to the meeting, the person that I had the meeting with, he asked me, like, okay, your idea is cool. How much you think we can sell it for?
Right.
And I gave him a number like $14. No, first he did this. He said, I'm going to write a number down on a piece of paper. And he put it upside down. And he'll ask me how much I think I could sell it for.
Right.
And I said, okay. Then he said, how many think we could sell within a week? He'll say first, he will write a number down that he thinks.
Right.
Then he'll ask me what I thought. He'll ask me a series of questions along that line. And every time, the number I thought was way bigger than the number he had wrote down. But then he had me sitting there feeling like, damn, I got the wrong idea. This shit ain't gonna pop. He said, well, let's just do the math off my numbers, though. Right. And when he did the math, they were still real
crazy.
Yeah. So that's the concept you just reminded me of.
Yeah.
It's not a
That's how about like, man, that's how them billionaires get into it, man. They like that's why I was my boy T4, man, that's my business partner. So you know what I mean? I'll be telling them like, dude, like,
yeah, sharp youngster.
We spar, we mentally spar and shit. So, and I was just explaining to him like, dude, we don't gotta be taking 50 cent out of all these ventures because once we got 50%, we got to do more work for that 50. We got to be more involved in that. Here, we gonna make the plugs that you need to make. We'll take.
You sound like an executive producer.
You feel what I'm saying? Like if we'll take it here, you do this over here, nigga, 2% over there for my little bit of involvement. You get what I'm saying? So I could still, cause time is the money, bro. Like I still need time to be over here doing this. I can't be.
That's the only way an agent or a manager can be successful,
right?
Because they take a very small percentage of a large group of successful people, and it creates their large. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
So if you get, and even when you look at it, if you got 2%, you got 50 built up and you ain't even over here. You still maneuvering around. You just been plugging and you got that as it's going and they making their thing. You still got your issue. You get what I'm saying? So that's where, you know what I mean? That's the part that I feel like, people that's coming up in here, they trying to get too much out of the, you know what I mean? Then you end up being too much involved in this damn project that you don't fucking want to be involved in.
You seem so well versed in not only our lifestyle, also in business, and you seem articulate, and you seem to also have a vision.
Yeah.
Tell me, with mentioning those things, what does that do mean, neighborhood nip, to someone like yourself, who we saw manifest a lot of those energies right before our eyes?
Man, I remember Nip, man, when Nip was selling incense around that motherfucker, man. Like Nip had a hustling mind, man, before, I was out there with the monsters, man. You feel me? Nip was with the shits, man, and Nip was like, a nigga, you know what I mean? But he had a different mind state, you know what I'm saying? Like where, you know, and you got a lot of niggas like that too though in the land. You know them niggas that like, you know, they get in the bag. It's this gang banging out here, but they got the,
they can be disrespected. They can be misunderstood.
Like type, you know.
He was such in a pocket that it was so
and
appreciated.
And he was surrounded by the boys, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he was so in tune. Like, and so that is the shit that when his shit blew up, that's that connection with the goons kept him like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't
take nothing from
leave my, you know what I mean? And but see, the whole thing about that is the catch-22 about that is that loyalty in this shit don't exist, man. And so it's like Nip is a whole lesson, man, in his life.
Preach.
Just as far as you coming from the struggle and there's a light. I don't give a fuck how fucked up it is. You coming from the struggle, nigga. This nigga's a foreigner, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no
nigga,
checkmate.
no matter what.
Read the book.
He coming up and, you know, he makes something of himself. That's a story in itself. That's a lesson in itself. As him, you know what I mean, the moves that he made to bring him to that 2 point whatever, you know what I'm saying, nigga, and this nigga coming off Slauson, you feel what I mean? Like, and just to know that he was one of the tiny lokes and was out here with niggas and, nigga, you feel me? Like, he gonna pull up and this and that. If it's a Thunderdome, nigga, Nip, you'll see, you know,
skinny as I am,
you know, like,
I'm finna be right there, bring it on, put it on,
you know, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? And then, you know, his dedication, you know what I mean, to what he did with the money is a whole nother lesson. Nigga, just how he was always still helping and this and that. But a crazy lesson is that once, even though you were lying, you know what I'm saying, once you're domesticated, you feel me?
Jay-Z said that a long
You
time
cannot
ago.
be released back out there with
Jay-Z
them
said
fucking
that.
lying.
Jay-Z said, once you cross over and accept you on this side, he said, no matter what you do, no matter how official, original you are, you cannot have dual citizenship. He said it a long time ago, but go ahead, break your bread.
Man, you feel what I'm saying? Like, when you come back around, the wild animals, bro, it's
smell different.
It's plays you missing.
Yeah.
It's plays you coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, first and really, once you get to that status, bro, I mean, it's hood to say, oh yeah, nigga, I'll be stealing, nigga, with the, but nigga, do you understand, nigga? You got 2-point-something million. It's different, nigga. Looking at you is different. Half of you changed my life and my family's life. Like, you get what I'm saying?
You think
So
hip hop
it's like,
has an underlying message that has misguided our successful people who made something out of nothing to think that this attachment to the neighborhood is essential? When it's really the thing that we're trying to
whatever their
alleviate.
agenda is, they gon' pump that up.
We trying to alleviate that though. Anybody that's stuck in what we consider the have-nots, the nothing, poverty, your whole motive to get something is to be separated from this shit. But we got a culture of let's get it. Just think about the Gray Streets, how they doing the projects right now. Imagine a stumped down nigga from Baby Low Gray Street. You looking at him like, oh, you ain't no real one because you can't be attached to your projects. That's where we come from.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't been no, but the government is actually taking these projects from them, doing new shit, different shit, cameras everywhere.
Right.
But you ain't stumped down because you ain't over here acting an asshole up under this stage.
Yeah, that's anywhere. Everybody feel that. That's with every single place that, you know, that call themselves a gang area. Like, nigga, if you not over here, bro, then this is where it's at, standing right here, nigga, and that's where it's gonna be at.
That used to be it.
Yeah.
That used to be cool. Yeah. But just now, I feel like we living in a fucking
I asked him doing what? What was he supposed to be over here doing with y'all? Like, what was important?
Let me tell you how it
You
go.
feel
Let
me?
me tell you how it go. My homie Baby Jinx, right, moved to Arizona. Years. Don't fuck around. Stump down, original little homie, changed his life. Don't fuck around. Nobody, he did so much back in the day, nobody questioned it. Woo, woo. But a funeral, reputable funeral, he'll come to LA for a funeral. Where we most notoriously known for kicking it on 98th, the city, the police, or the peoples, they didn't put a cage around it, cameras. We don't have the feel we used to have. It's locked, it's a cage. Woo. Cuz chose to come to a funeral. He live in Arizona. I'm gonna come for the funeral. Woo. Guess what? last year I was out here for it was some politics. So now I'm gonna keep it burning. I'm 40-something years old. I work in Arizona. Don't do no gang banging. Ain't thought about it. I'm coming out here for a matter of hours to hang with my childhood friends, and I feel like I need a gun to keep me safe from them.
It's crazy.
And guess what? He go to jail. He go to jail for the pistol.
That's how it work, man.
It's like so. That's what you get out of it. And if you didn't get out of that, if you didn't get that, what reward could you possibly have that would equal the imbalance?
Man, but you gotta understand, man, like when you dealing with, you gotta expect that. Not expecting that is the childish part in the nigga, right? Is that you from bro, y'all is so deep. You get what I'm saying? You can't expect all your homies as men when they was young. You feel me? When they get older, to be the same men with them same morals after life as a black man is whooping your ass, or as a Latino whooping your ass, or Guatemala. You know, we got niggas from all type of everywhere for the, like, as life is a minority is whooping your ass. When I see your ass 25 years from now, you do the same solid shit that you was doing, bro, that is not... You know, that's a childish way to think.
We gotta,
you get what I'm saying?
You know, you got to come back.
Yeah.
Not without her,
No.
but without her.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because you in my head right now, bro. Like, I just recently, when I watched Mad Ronnie, Neighborhood to Neighborhood, Rest in Peace, funeral, and then you see some of these reputable names on camera with all this white hair and face. It's like, damn, back in the days when these names was established as intimidating, you didn't see them looking like old men. These same names are reputable. Shout out to my homie Big J Box from the set. Just came home. Salute. Cuz got all white everything. But if I show you the pictures of J Box when he became J Box, you never would imagine you could picture this man as an all white hair, elderly man that looks naturally not intimidating anymore.
Right.
And you never thought he would get to a point in his life where he wanted to approach the world as that.
Right.
But that individual still deserves, in our culture, everything that they built up. He never, what I'm saying? Just because you 22 now or 32, way bigger, way stronger, don't mean you supposed to utilize those energies to be able to treat cuz any different, because he ain't never marked the game out or things of that nature. But when I looked at the footage of cuz funeral and I saw some of the names, even like King Lou, I'm like, cuz time passes. Yeah. And niggas no longer, remember how we used to take pictures and try to look like how we feel?
Yeah.
It's impossible when you got all white hair to
And but
you feel that, bro.
See, here go the trip part about that though. And this is where a person will feel like, well, these niggas ain't really with me now, because what about the person who ain't grown up from that? The rest of them is like, okay, we know our motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? But what about the nigga, the old nigga, and we all got him, that's still like, nigga, this nigga is 78, this nigga like
that.
God, I shouted out the homie Box. I shouted out Big Box because
now he not gonna have a connection with the same OGs, and it's gonna be like, what? Y'all niggas changed, man. Y'all niggas different, y'all weird. Ain't no loyalty with y'all niggas, like, you get what I'm saying? Because after all these years, bro, people is just gonna be at different places in their life.
But I learned those that go past the 40s and still be with it, if you was stumped down and you stepped away, they don't judge you.
Yeah, no,
They know. Yeah. If they feel like they're gonna be in their 60s and still be like they 16, they know that's a personal decision. And as long as you didn't do no bullshit and mark out, they know you doing the right thing. They just letting you know, nigga.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm just all, you feel me? Yeah. They know they should be doing other than, because they'll collab with you on anything you got to offer. Right. But we know it's certain demons involved in this shit. And if they weren't there, I think the culture could actually fade out. Because if you don't have the 40, 50, 60-year-olds still communicating to the 15, 20-year-old, 30-year-old that this is cool, that disconnect can establish. But I just want to appreciate you coming through here. I thought we was going to do a lot less time. Yeah. I want to right now in front of the cameras, in front of the listeners, extend the invite. Yeah. So we can really, you know what I'm saying?
Get it. Anytime, bro.
Thank you.
But you already know how to bring my homeboy, bro.
Neighborhood, bro. I
really didn't want to come.
I didn't thank you yet. Let me thank you real quick for being a real motherfucking homie, against the grain, stand down 10 toes. Not just for cuz, but for one of the most controversial individuals that ever hit the internet. We appreciate you, and I know how hard it is to be a black skin. Yeah. It ain't easy. They don't make it an easy walk.
My kids didn't have it easy growing up.
You make it look easy though, so I salute you. We love you.
Look like the truth.
Neighborhood, bro. Let these people know where they can see you, runner, when they looking for you, when they thinking about you when you ain't here.
Yeah, man, check me out, man. You know, my Instagram, Hey Runner. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, y'all can follow me on Facebook, man. Runner Perkins. Nigga, that's Runner with one N. You feel me? RUNER. Nigga, HEYRUNER on Instagram. You know, Runner Perkins, man. Y'all can also, man, check out the book. It's on Amazon. Loyalty Don't Exist. You feel me? You can go look at the trailer, man, and go figure out. You ain't just got to read the back, you know, to figure it out, man. You can go, you know what I mean, to the trailer, watch a little joint of it. You feel me? See that this shit finna be some real shit. It's written in a different format, man. So
he did that.
Be ready for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you start reading it, though, baby, you feel me? You gonna catch on, man. It's a dope book.
Page
Check it out, man.
I want to thank you. Appreciate that, man. You know you got a platform. It's not the only one, I'm sure, available to you, but this one is, you could call home.
Man, I want to shout out my boy Extras, man, who was a big part of one of my main characters, man. Crazy C, you feel me? Like, you know, like I based a lot of shit on my nigga Extras and shit like that, man. I took a lot of shit from homies and personalities, man. And Crazy C is gonna be a person. You sound like a
fucking seasoned, accomplished author, bro.
Man,
because that's what they do. They do all those type of things, bro.
Crazy shit, man. Also I shout my nigga out, man, because he's a big influence, man. Yeah. You feel me? So shout my mans out, man. Rest in peace, Derek.
Rest in peace, Derek, man. Crazy. What's his name?
Darius, yeah, man. Rest in peace, my brother Darius, man.
And I want to do a PSA to the locals in the area. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you aware where we filmed this, those that are local, I saw your comments under my photographs with Bosco and my little homegirl. I get it. I was caught up in the moment, excited, but yeah, no disrespect intended. I know where I'm at. I know where I be at. Much love. I hear the comments. Y'all didn't go too hard. I get it. I wasn't trying to bang with the landscape like that. Just caught up in the moment. Some loved ones. A powerful moment, but it's all respect, all love. You want to let his last words?
Just neighborhood, bro.
All right, bro.
You know the deal, man. Check it out.
Factz Ova Feelinz. Another one in the can. On my mama do like.
The life we living now is all about the money. So what you gonna do when you ain't got